Welcome to the Good Karma Sport Fishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So first I want to talk about the Good Karma Sport Fishing Rigging Club. And mainly I want to send a congratulations to the guys that have been absolutely crushing it. Big mutton snappers, mangrove snappers up over 2 feet long. It's pretty amazing to see what these guys are doing. And most of them are doing this in such a short period of time. Going from 0 to 100 is awesome, and that's what this group is all about. I'm sharing tips and techniques and my experiences and what I see as far as conditions and how to adapt in the club, okay? So I just woke up this morning to a report from one of the guys that live in Jupiter, and they fish for mutton snappers up there. They apply the same techniques that I do down here as far as the mutton crusher rig, and it's just awesome. I woke up, I'll read the report here really quick for you guys here. And then, in the group I have, we have a private Facebook group where we post our fishing reports and stuff where the guys do. They also share some information on where they catch them. So that's something that you will not find in a public forum. So anyways, Fred shows me a picture of a couple big mutton snappers. These fish are up over almost 28 inches. He's catching them on the stuff that I shared in the last podcast. So you'll have to go back through and listen. And he's using the hooks, the new hooks that I'm recommending from BKK. You can buy those at the tackle shop at Tavernier Creek Marina, the 8Os, the Super Glide hooks. As far as fluorocarbon length, you'll have to, like I said, that kind of information we keep in the group, and leader length. And he's using Satfish, okay? He's using Satfish. And I've been talking about Satfish over and over and over again. People ask me, how deep? What's the current doing? Pay for a satellite service, okay? Spend the money. Pay for a satellite service. Study it. Do the work. Well, I only fish down here once a year. Well, pay for the satellite service. So there you go. Okay, so how the satellite service works. I've been using Satfish Offshore, okay? And just go to Satfish Offshore, sign up for the free trial, and then at checkout, I give you $25 off using Good Karma as the code. You can tell what the current's doing. You can literally predict what's happening, when there's going to be hot pockets of current. You can study it. Rather than watching a whole bunch of YouTube shit in the morning, which I know you guys do, is study the currents using Satfish Offshore, okay? Wake up in the morning, spend a little time watching the currents, figuring out new spots. Now, one thing great about Satfish Offshore is that you can literally ping a whole bunch of new deep drop spots on there. You can find out where the broken bottom is. It's really nice. So you can find fishing spots using Satfish Offshore as well, not just use it for temperature breaks. Now, temperature breaks, okay? Extremely important. So I was at the dock yesterday filling up, and there was a gentleman and his kids rolled in, and it was probably about 12 o'clock, and the guy was, super nice gentleman. He came up to me and he's like, yeah, we went out to the hump, and the fish are usually right outside the hump every year, and they weren't there. And I asked him how far he went. He said, we went to 650. I said, well, there's a nice temperature break in about 750 to 850. And did you go out that far? No, because we usually find the fish every year in 650. Okay, so it's not your grandpa's ocean anymore, and everything's different. You have to spend some time, do the homework before you go. And gosh, man, I'm if you're putting all that money into your boat and buying reels, buying this, buying that, and you're not investing in a monthly satellite service now, I don't know what to say. So you need to find that 2-degree temperature. If you find a 2-degree temperature break, that's great. But really, this time of year, you're looking for a half degree. You're not going to find a very large one. And you're looking for that really nice blue water, okay? So you're going to find a lot of green water this time of year. It's just we've getting a lot of rain. You got a lot of Gulf water now, green surface layer stuff. And my advice to you guys is to just get, if you guys don't want to invest in a satellite service, and what I recommend you guys do is you just keep going. You have to find the temperature breaks. Those are the abrupt changes in the water temperature that occur due to the mixing of the warm and cold water masses, all right? That's basically, that is what it is. Now, Why are these areas so good? Because these are the regions that are highly productive and support the marine life, where there's good water, a temperature break. That's a good place to start, guys. So there's going to be bait. Look for good sargassum grass that holds bait. There you go. Blind troll, put the baits out, troll some ballyhoos, troll some rig squid, do something different. And that's another thing. I want to give a shout out to Rigging Crew 2. We do a little bit more in-depth stuff. And one thing I did share is just some little tips to catching these fish and doing some different things. And one of my group members, he did just what I told him to do on a day where people have been striking out, and he did just what I told him to do, and he went out and caught some nice 32 to 34, 36-inch dolphin. So just using some different techniques that I teach in the Rigging Crew 2s. So yeah. Anyways, that's my tip for you guys. You really got to find a temperature break, and the best way to do it is to purchase a satellite service, okay? And also, too, I want to talk about a product that I've been using called Onit, and it's a dietary supplement, and it's really helped me with the focus and memory. It's like I can basically, when I'm out there, if the fishing is a little bit more challenging, I can really stay focused on like years past, on log books and my memory. It's really helped me out a lot. So the link to Onit is in my show notes, and I believed in it so much that I wanted to become an affiliate for that product, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it really does help. I'm like super happy with it. So getting back into the trolling, okay? Your baits have to be nice. And one thing I do this time of year is I really do my best to get a hold of some good ice, but on top of that ice, I'm adding salt, okay? And what that does, it really does chill that ice box. And it's the bait stays nice all day long. And at the end of the day, when I want to keep it for 24 hours on the boat, I will top it off with some fresh ice, and then I add some fresh salt. Now, if you're cutting, I absolutely recommend that you get all your chunks cut, all your bait cut the night before. And when you do that, you need to salt the ice, and you got to get it really cold. What that does, man, it just really gets that ice really nice and chilled, and your bait stays a hell of a lot longer in the heat. Okay. Now you might be using a cheaper cooler. That's where you need to add the salt to the ice. Okay, there you go. And if you're using cheap ice like from the Circle K, that stuff, the ice from the gas stations is just really just shitty. So, but when I do that, I have to add extra salt and extra ice, and that seems to do it. Okay. And as far as making a brine go for your ballyhoo this time of year or bait, you got to like take the ocean water. You have to then throw the ice in there. Then you throw the salt brine in there, and then you add a little bit of baking soda to that ice brine, and then throw your dead bait into there. Okay, and then watch what happens to that bait. It'll literally you can literally put it in a Ziploc bag and not like vacuum seal it. And when you thaw it out a month later, it's like primo. The color's there, at least for me. So, but once you kill that bait, it has to go right into that ice brine right away. Don't let it set in the live well. Like, take it right from the hook or the sabikis and throw it in the ice brine. Okay, there you go. And then that's gonna make it break like a really good bait. Okay. And if you get some dead bait, one thing about dead bait is, well, how do you know whether the bait's good or not? I don't like to use dead bait that has red eyes. There you go. So that's just me. And you can tell when it starts getting soft, and when it starts getting soft and like, if there's a little bit of off smell, the fish will tell you if it's bad. Okay? The fish will tell you if it's bad. And if you're looking to jig up some mutton snappers right now, you need some small jigs. Okay? You need small jigs. You can purchase those at Tavernier Creek Marina. We've got a selection of Johnny jigs in there. The casting jigs are working very well right now for mutton snappers and tunas. You want a small jig right now. The fish are eating small baits, so if you really are into jigging and you'd like to catch them on artificials, that's what I would recommend that you guys used. There you go. Like I said, we do have Johnny jigs available at Tavernier Creek Marina now. And one last thing is that if you're interested in booking a fishing guidance program with me, it's the programs for the self-led, responsible, and passionate angler who wishes to immensely improve their fishing trip and catch rate. Now, this is a positive energy experience that will not only help you catch fish and have fun, but also save you time and money on the water. And I'm offering this on Saturdays only. If you're interested, you can email me at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com. And also, if you're interested in signing up to any of my fishing clubs, Fishing Club 1 or Fishing Club 2, you can email me as well. This is for recreational anglers only. I do not offer this to people that want to become fishing guides or people that are freelance mates, okay? The guys in the groups are killing it. I love it. And that's the whole goal. That's why I do this. I love it. I love to see these guys do well. So that's why I like it. It's awesome. So anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't put those lines out until you get out past 750, okay? Keep on going. If the dolphin do show up in close, I'll let everybody know, okay? But I haven't seen them, and yeah. Fill up the gas tank, get out to 750. I wouldn't even bother putting my lines in until I got out to 750 or 700, and then start trolling out and start looking. Okay? Honestly, that's what I would do, and the satellite images show the same thing. Okay. You can follow me on Instagram at goodkarmasportfishing_FL_keys. Now, if you just purchased a boat or you're just starting to get serious about fishing the reef or wanting to learn how to power drift, I have the courses available at goodkarmafishingtackle.com. And if you're interested in booking a trip with me, either as a virtual guide on Saturdays or as a charter boat client, you can email me at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com. Or if you're interested in joining one of my fishing clubs, the Rigging Crew 1 or Rigging Crew 2, you can also email me at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com. Again, no freelance mates, no charter fishing guides, none of that. This is for recreational anglers only. Thanks again, guys, and remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.